Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to learn the reserved words, variables and rules of naming variables while working in GW Basic. The reserved words, also known as keywords, are the words which have predefined meaning in Basic. The programmers already defined what is the meaning of these words, so these cannot be redefined or used for any other purpose in the Basic program. These cannot be used as variable names too. For example, if, else, then, and while. These are some of the reserved words. If you want to see the complete list, the link is given in the description box below. The variables are named memory location. You know that the memory is RAM, and you can assume the variable as containers or boxes which can store something. These are used to store computational data and results during program execution. Computational mean calculations. The value of a variable may change during program execution, as vary means to change. If no value is assigned to any variable, then GW Basic assumes that numeric variable is equals to 0 and string variable is equals to null. Numeric and string are the types of the variables which we are going to discuss later. A variable name or label is very important to differentiate it from others. It's a unique ID of each variable. Let's consider a simple example. There is a locality with some houses without house numbers. If a delivery boy wants to deliver a parcel, he will get confused, and there is a possibility that he will waste the time in finding the house or return back without dropping the parcel. So what do we need to avoid this situation? House numbers, the tags which will differentiate them from each other so that they must be located easily. Same is the case with memory RAM, where variables are created. When CPU, the processor of computer, wants to save or retrieve something from RAM, according to our GW Basic instruction, if the variables, the places in the memory, are not labeled with a tag, then it will lower the efficiency of RAM and CPU in searching the place, and in turn it slows down the computer or may be resulting in an error or a halt. Let's discuss some rules for naming variables. A variable name cannot be more than 40 characters long. The variable name may contain alphabets, both uppercase and lowercase, numbers and decimal point. The first character in the variable name must be an alphabet. For example, sum, ABC10, Z, Z.123. These are the perfect examples of variable names. But 98 AVG is not a perfect name for a variable because it starts from a digit instead of alphabet. Fourth rule is reserved words cannot be used as variable names. For example, print, if, while, then, else. You know these are reserved words or keywords. These cannot be used as variable names. Blank spaces are not allowed in variable names. For example, sum space 123, A space B space C, and number space 10. These cannot be used as variable names. Number 6. The last character of a variable name specifies its type. Type declaration character. However, if it is not mentioned, we assume that it's a real type variable. What is a real type variable? Let's discuss it. The real type variable is the one which can store integers or fractional numbers or a number having both integral and fractional part. Before moving to the type declaration characters, let's revise some memory units. You know the smallest memory unit is bit. It's either 0 or 1. Then byte is a combination of 8 bits. 1 kilobyte is equals to 1024 bytes and 1 megabyte is equals to 1024 kilobytes. One more thing, precision. Precision means how much accurate a result is. It's of two types, single precision and double precision. Single precision variable can store numbers up to 6 significant digits. Significant digits are those which make up the precision or accuracy of a number. For example, 23.08. It's in the limit. The double precision variables can store 16 significant digits. For example, this number. Now let's discuss the type declaration characters, a very important concept from objective point of view. I'll tell you 4 things about type declaration characters: the character itself, its type, example, and memory. $sign is a string type variable. We write it as name of the variable, then $sign, and it consumes the memory as long as you have written in the double quotes. Then %, it's an integer type variable. We write it as marks %, and it consumes 2 bytes in the memory. Remember one thing, it cannot store any number with fraction part. The next is exclamation mark. It's a single precision variable. We write it as AVG exclamation mark, and it consumes 4 bytes from the memory. Last one is hash or $sign. It's a double precision variable. We write it as area hash, and it consumes 8 bytes from the memory. Remember one thing, all the names are temporary. These are not confirmed. That name, marks, average, area are used for these. You can write any name but with the type declaration at the end of each name of the variable.